Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3. We left off last time here in the caves with Philippa, trying to find the Sunstone. Let's do this.
Witcher?
Philippa, how are you doing? I bet she's having a blast of a time. Oh, hey. Dead things. I probably should use my night vision here. It's not super dark on my screen, but it will be once I upload the video. Oh boy.
What did she just say?
You're not her type.
Die.
You're not her type. Die! Sounds like a Geralt response. You don't like me? Then why do I need you in this world? Alright, we got some drowners combined with some sirens. Where's my crossbow? No, I don't need to use precision silver bolts. Split bolt is okay. Yeah. You're not really my type either. Yeah. Oh, damn. Someone just ambushed me. Alright.
Drowners were protecting her. Damn, there's a lot.
I hope you don't plan to muck about in this carrion now. We came here for a reason.
I'm not gonna muck about. I'm just gonna loot these. I think just before all the drowners died, Philippa said something like, "A blind man can fight better than you."
Magic.
Which is funny because Philippa's blind. He's not a man, but he's blind. Alright, there's my Igni sign intensity. Awesome. I've yet to make an Igni build. I really want to. Like craft one of those weapons that have really high fire damage, give my weapon a fire enchantment, obliteration, and then just flammable oil, and then build into Igni intensity. It would be really fun. We'll do that at some point. Yeah, we'll do that. For sure. Alright, you know what? Do I have a torch? Yeah, probably not. I was gonna make it a bit more atmospheric by using a torch instead of using the night vision, but I mean, this night vision does not exist in vanilla Witcher 3. You'd have to drink a cat potion to achieve this effect, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because Witchers can dilate their pupils at any time to achieve this vision.
So how do we get up the...
The stairs? I'll fix them right away.
Ah yes, telekinesis. A feat that most mages can perform. Although I don't really know like how advanced magic
Ready.
this is.
Let's go.
Couldn't help notice the tension between you and Yennefer and Triss. It's very hard on Ciri, I think. There are times I doubt you three realize how it looks. Triss plays the big sister to Ciri, but eagerly awaits a chance to hop in bed with you. You and Yennefer play the parents.
Yeah, so if you're angling to make it a five-some, there's clearly no room.
Oh jeez. Alright. No room for Philippa. Okay. Let me see what's in this little corner first. Ah, yes, there's our other place of interest. I'm gonna save the game. What is that? Looks like an Ericus. Alright. I know how to deal with Ericuses, I think. They are kind of creepy though, especially the sounds they make. Okay, so flammable oil should do this guy pretty good. Although, was that an armored Ericus? If it is, I might want to use corrosive. Let's just use corrosive oil. And not really sure about a potion. I think I want to do a potion though. These guys are still relatively challenging sometimes. Let's do a full moon. Give me more health and more poise. Try to maybe block some of its attacks. I'm hoping. And this is a potion that we don't regularly consume, so yeah, could be fun. We won't have Philippa's support in this fight, but let's just try to not die, maybe. Oh, look at that, actually works. Okay. Venomous Ericus, okay. Wait a minute. Does a hallucination actually work on the Ericus? Oh my goodness. Okay, that just makes the fight so much easier then. Like, seriously. I thought hallucination didn't work on just big enemies, but apparently Ericus is, and it's stuck on the wall. Oh, jeez. No, I don't want that. Let's try to guard one of his attacks. Maybe? I want to see if my poise actually works. Seriously? Is that all the thing can do? Alright, fine. Oh, God. Okay. No more playing around, I suppose? Kill the thing off. I cannot believe hallucination works on the Ericus. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Drink the full moon for nothing. Alright, now about this place of interest. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of treasure chests around here. Don't mind if I do. Oh, flawless emerald. And flawless amethyst. Very good. Good thing we're off that flawless amber stuff. Yeah, these things weigh a whole lot and don't give much crowns, so let's just get rid of them. And also we have one of these hidden treasures. Oh, no, get out. Yeah, spiky floor. Yeah, the reason I'm looting the mushroom so I don't have to accidentally loot it later. All right, there's my key. I'm gonna save my game just in case. Obviously pop a Quen. Yeah, that just makes things a whole lot easier. Got some diamond more. All right, very nice. I don't believe there is a way to cross that without getting hurt. There's no path around it. I don't know. And this chest. Oh, wow! This one Ericus was guarding a whole lot of good stuff. Okay, Philippa. Did I keep you waiting? Oh boy. Oh. Oh god. Alright. That's a golem. Okay, let's see. Where are those precision silver bolts? Me and golems, we don't see eye to eye. We actually try to stay out of each other's way, you know? I don't think I've ever had a successful golem fight. I'm just gonna shoot it. I need these ranged combat points anyway. Oh, look at that. It's like trapped. Oh, was that Philippa's spell? Oh my god. No, that couldn't have been. Oh, Jesus. Was that my, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna stand back here and shoot it. Like these golems, I'm just I'm hopelessly lost at what to do. Like in order to fight golems properly, I think I need some kind of a pillar or something I can hide behind when it does the charging attack. Otherwise, it's just impossible to dodge. It's crazy. Okay, but with Philippa's help, this was okay. Not too bad. I probably would have, gone with a more hand-to-hand approach with this golem had I not taken a massive hit right from the beginning of the fight. But, sometimes it's worth it just to be more careful. Okay, let's see. Anything back here? Oh, it's really hard to tell if there's any lootables with all these stalactites sticking out of the ground. I don't think there's anything. Alright, Philippa, lead the way.
I say, look at this.
Oh, her eyes glow.
What now?
It appears I must do everything for you. See the sentry who seems to be waiting for payment?
I'm fresh out of change.
Ugh, in blood, not coin. The sentry is Phelan of the Elven legend. Do you literally read nothing?
My god, Philippa, you could stand to be a bit nicer. We typically read books about monsters, you know, like drowners and stuff, not elven legends.
There you are.
What would I ever do without you?
Yennefer must have tremendous pull with the Emperor to get him to guarantee the Lodge's safety. What's your take on it?
My take? Obviously a leading question. No. Geralt, I'm tired. Let's sit and chat a bit first.
Is foreplay that important to you?
Yes. It's really, really important, Philippa. You don't even understand.
You ought to talk to Yennefer. Painfully clear there's unfinished business there.
Yennefer's always walked her own path. I'm actually touched she decided to take an interest in matters of the Lodge this time.
You don't trust her. So once the hunt's defeated, leave. Find asylum elsewhere. I hear Redania's offering.
I'd sooner stick my head in a Zoogl's spiky orifice. Thanks, but I've other plans.
Zoogl's spiky orifice. I think we know all about that. If I remember properly, Yennefer was one of the 12 sorceresses of the Lodge, but at some point they had like this meeting, and then she just escaped. She wanted nothing to do with the rest of them. A couple episodes ago, I said I named 8 of them. The remaining 4, of course, is of Yennefer, Fringilla Vigo, which we have already met. Ida Emion, who we've also already met. That was back in Kaer Morhen. And the final one is meant to be Ciri, but they never found her, so. And we also saw that a couple of episodes ago that Philippa actually offered Ciri to join the Lodge, and she said she'd think about it. You know, like the fate of Ciri with the Lodge is not really known in this game, but I'd wager to think that she never really bothered. She understands. Well, when we were talking with Philippa and Margarita in Novigrad about this issue, Geralt, we were just like trying to emphasize the fact that you can't trust Philippa. You know, she's always going to be the one leading the Lodge, regardless of what she says. You know, she claims that you're going to be here all on your own, like an independent member of the Lodge or whatever, not governed by some kind of authority. But it's like we just said, nope, don't trust you, sorry. So I mean, ultimately it's up to Ciri, but like probably not going to happen. So yeah, Philippa and the Emperor. Let's see what she thinks.
You'll get to work with the Emperor. Not excited?
No. I mean, yes, of course I am. Thus far, the Lodge has oft banked on weak rulers. It's been one of our biggest mistakes.
So you're impressed Emir keeps his mages on a short leash?
Yennefer's wise to keep you out of politics. I'm afraid you'd not realize which way the wind was blowing if you pissed straight into it.
Okay, I would have went with a bit more subtle of an analogy, but sure, that works too. The wind and the... Okay.
This deal with Emir. It's sorceress business. Pick someone else's brain.
So she's not told you anything? What about personal plans? Has she mentioned anything? A possible advisory position? Beside a young, promising empress?
Stay away from Ciri.
She's an adult, Geralt. You keep forgetting. She can decide for herself. So, onward.
And took the lines right out of my mouth. She can decide for herself.
It's time you stopped interfering in Ciri's life.
No.
But you do know we're not a pack of wolves you can just drive away from her with your sword.
Sure you are. And yes, I can, if the need arises.
Oh, look at that. Ciri and Geralt, bound by fate. I don't think he has a choice in the matter.
Wait. There's something here. Feel it?
No, my medallion.
A ridiculous bauble. Don't make me laugh. Tuning into elven magic is just slightly more difficult than sniffing out a malodorous fiend. Watch this. Arahan Luma!
Huh. I wonder if Philippa can open her mouth without spewing some kind of condescension or contempt.
That means the Sunstone is here. Don't stand there looking stupid. Try to shift the mirrors.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible. Literally every single line she has said so far with us inside this cave has been kind of just downplaying our intelligence or our abilities. Do you literally read nothing? Oh gosh. Okay, so a bit of a puzzle here with the mirrors and stuff. Honestly, it just boils down to a lot of trial and error, but there is some logic behind it. You have to get the light to be reflecting off the right surfaces and such. Let's just start with this one. Might have some... Oh my god, come on. Can we just like... Thank you, Geralt. Alright. Come on. Yeah, so we're gonna have to be doing some fighting here. Oh boy. These are spirits, but they fight a lot like the Wild Hunt. Oh shoot, the warriors of the Wild Hunt. Let's get a Quen shield up because they do like to do a lot of counters. Let's stand in this Yarden, shall we? Okay. Yeah, so backing off after we attack is a valid tactic. Now look at that. Oh, it is a Wild Hunt, okay. It's a Wild Hunt spirit. Alright, let's see where this gets us. I don't know if that's right, but yeah. Once again, this puzzle is a whole lot of trial and error. You kind of have to understand, you have to discover how the mirrors move when you pull the lever, and then you can kind of like figure out exactly what you need to do. But before that, aim just do some of these corpses, skeletons more like. I don't think they're corpses anymore.
Scan's echo is strongest here.
Okay.
Keep looking. It must be here.
Well, I mean, like, you could, like, not just stand there and give me a hand, you know? It's not absolutely impossible that you actually do some work, you know, Philippa? Alright. Oh, look at that. More skeletons. Give me those crowns. Woo, look at that. Thank you. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be moving the mirrors, but, you know, loot is pretty important too. Alright, meteorite ingot. It is worth quite a bit, probably like 70 crowns. But what's 70 crowns nowadays, right? I should probably put another drink item onto my quick bar here. Sure, goat's milk. I wish drinks would only replace drinks and food only replaces food once you finish using them from your inventory, you know? But they kind of replace each other. I don't actually remember if you can eat a food and drink a drink at the same time in Vanilla Witcher 3. Obviously in the mod here, we can do them simultaneously, but I don't remember. Okay, let's pull this one. Okay, well that worked. And we'll probably need to pull that final one back there. Question is, how do we get up there? Oh, of course. Okay, oh, look at that. Okay.
Lost your nerve?
Oh, look at that. Stunned him. Oh. And I went right through his guard with that strong attack. Huh. Nice. I do enjoy these Tirnalia potions. Okay. That should point upwards now. Oh, that way, yeah, of course. Alright. So yeah, it wasn't really too much of a puzzle. You just have to flick each of the levers once. Oh, Ermien's not going to be happy about this. But hey, at least we told him beforehand.
At last.
Hand it over and let's get out of here.
Not so fast. We've a matter to discuss.
Let me guess. You gotta fly. You're about to tell me why you need the Sunstone so much more than we do. Then you'll change into an owl and whoosh.
No idea where you got such a ridiculous notion. Ciri's safety is most important to me now.
Of course.
But I wish to talk to you about the future. My future.
Your future, huh? I recommend the Alpine Air of Nazaire. Actually, I would have said somewhere a little farther, like Zeracania or the other side of the world. I don't know if the Emperor has much plans with the Lodge. He claims that there's going to be amnesty, but for how long, he doesn't say.
You'll like Nilfgaard, no two ways about it. I recommend the fresh Alpine Air of Nazaire.
And Yennefer claims you have no sense of humor. Now listen carefully. Once we've defeated the hunt and Ciri is safe, Yennefer's meteoric rise at the Imperial Court will come to an abrupt end. Which is wonderful from my perspective. I'm not interested in reviving the Lodge if I'm not to have the deciding vote.
You're telling me this because...
If I know even one bit, I expect that once we've defeated the Wild Hunt, you aim to slip out the back door with Ciri. To disappear into the wilds, correct? All very romantic. But perhaps instead of destroying the girl's life, you could take Yennefer with you and go.
I am one for romance. I do like the fact that she understands what Geralt really wants with Ciri, really just to protect her. Disappear into the wilderness, in her words. And also, did she just use the phrase meteoric rise? I don't think that really works. Meteors fall. Anyways. Yes, so it seems like Philippa wants to replace Yennefer and be at Amir's side instead. It seems like she hasn't really learned much. Or maybe she just thinks way more of Amir than Radovid. And also, she no longer has any eyes for anyone to poke out. So I suppose that could be a reason.
You want to take Yen's place at Amir's side.
And at Ciri's. I think you understand it's inevitable. And I would truly prefer Yennefer to be far away when it happens. Holding her in the Imperial dungeon would be costly. And it would give the wrong impression.
Okay, fine. We'll move back to Kovir and live in a tiny little house in a little village, away from the rest of the world. Is that what you want?
Any other words of wisdom, or can we go?
You may go. I know you've things to do. I shall find my own way back.
Okay. Definitely no love lost with Philippa. Okay. With most sorceresses, Geralt is indifferent. But with Philippa in particular, I don't think he's a huge fan. Oh look, this is the stuff that we dropped earlier. Yeah, so we've already been down this path when we were exploring Skellige. And I said that there was supposed to be a locked gate there. But once you finish this main quest, obviously, and get the Sunstone, that door unlocks. But, yep, that door is just, it's there so that you can't wander in here accidentally. It is possible. I mean, the game never intends you to do that because there is this little ledge that you can't normally jump up. But, Geralt has some serious climbing skills. So, oh, wait a minute. So, yeah, we managed to climb up here. And we fought a couple of those wild hunt spirits earlier. Yeah, they're not the easiest opponents. But we've been down here, and we managed to get those places of interests, which is great. Okay, diagram witch hunter's sword. What the heck? I wonder why I didn't loot that the first time I was here. All right, maybe I just didn't see it, or maybe it just like spawned there afterwards. Okay, so the next objective on our main quest is just let Avallac'h know that everything is ready. So yeah, we're quickly approaching the end of the game. The past couple of episodes have been just really main story heavy. So that's why we were able to get here relatively quickly. Because if you remember, there was a lot of side questing when we were exploring the Velen and Novigrad zone. That's why it took so long, but we managed to finish the final like half of the story basically within the last 20 episodes because there wasn't a lot of side quests left to do. In fact, I'm pretty sure there are just no more side quests, period. We're basically done. It really still bothers me that this place of interest will forever be unobtainable for us because we didn't go with the Ceres route. If I had kind of foresaw that and remember that there was a place of interest there was no way I was going to remember, but like, you know, just talking hypothetically, then I probably would have gone with the Ceres path just to get that place of interest out of the way. But hey, we can't get what we want all the time, so let's actually not take that path. Let's just go back to Ragna here. Okay. Oh my god. Ragna really reminds me of a certain song. I know it's not the exact same name, but if you played Skyrim, you would know, because it's sung at basically every tavern in the game. It's a very similar pronunciation. It's like, I think it's like Ragnar, but close enough. Before we go back to Avallac'h, you know, there's this place of interest here that have always eluded me. I never went out to get it. I wonder why that is. Let's just go get that one right now, cause we can start the next stage of the main quest. We can like get to the final stage of the main quest here in The Witcher 3, but we're definitely not going to finish it in this episode. So yeah, might as well take some time, do some places of interest. Man, I missed those. One of my favorite things to do in this game, in this playthrough in particular, was just wandering about in the wilderness, exploring, visiting places of interest, you know, finding really challenging foes to fight. Every time you stumble upon like an Ekimara or a Leshen out in the wilderness, it's just exhilarating. And sometimes you stumble onto both of them together because remember the time when we got the whole Griffin school diagram pieces? Yeah, back at the dragon whatever cave. That was fun, wasn't it? Alright. Oh geez, this is like all the way up on the mountain. How do we get up on this mountain? Okay guys, one final trek through the mountains in this game. In the base game, that is. There's still Blood and Wine, obviously, which is a huge expansion. If you think we're almost done with this game, with this playthrough, oh, think again. We are not almost done with this playthrough. Still a lot more to come. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh hey. Hi. And goodbye. Oh, guarded treasure by a single wraith. Alright. There was a time when a single wraith would have really bothered me. But that time is long gone. Ah, here we go. I wonder if we can still parry those spinning attacks. Let's find out.
Come on, closer.
Oh, I think I did. When I had the Quinn shield up, it worked. But as soon as the Quinn shield went away, I lost my poise, and yeah, just went right through that guard. Quinn, if you didn't know, actually raises your poise by quite a bit. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Only took more than half my health, but hey. It was an experiment. Oh, look at that. Another skeleton. Eager campaigner's boots. Okay. All right, that's all good. And I think before we head back to Avallac'h, I will go visit the armorer here in Skellige just to sell off some of our stuff. And also, no, we don't need to do any alchemy. Yeah, I'll just go visit the armorer. And yeah, in the meantime, I don't know. I was gonna talk about something. I actually really want to take one of these episodes and just really talk about the Witcher lore. You know, everything that happened before The Witcher 3. I'm not very versed on what happened in The Witcher 1. I have seen story summaries. Again, I haven't played the game. I can like go over what happened in The Witcher 2. It's not really all that exciting, honestly. It really just deals with this one Viper School Witcher called Letho and his allegiance, or kind of lack thereof, with Nilfgaard, and how he was sent to assassinate kings. That's why, you know, the game is called Assassin of Kings. But yeah, as far as like story is concerned, there are a lot of characters in The Witcher 2. But unfortunately, I just don't love the story as much as I love the one in The Witcher 3. Now, obviously, the story in The Witcher 3 is also quite simplistic. It's basically just about, the very beginning is about a search for Yennefer, and then the midsection of the game is a search for Ciri, and then it gets to the end where we're trying to protect Ciri from the Wild Hunt. That's all it is, but it's the characters and development that you go through that just makes this game so impactful. We didn't see a lot of that in The Witcher 2, unfortunately. Now, of course, you can develop certain relationships with some people. You know, Vess comes to mind, but there's just not a whole lot of that. You know, like as far as side quests go, because The Witcher 2 was not an open world game. It's more of a, I don't want to say action adventure, but it's kind of a mix between action adventure and open world RPG, really, with very heavy, obviously, RPG elements. But yeah, because you didn't have the freedom to just like travel all over the place and do everything that you want to do at a different time. So if you move on from The Witcher 2 from one region to the next, you won't be able to go back anymore. That's just the nature of an action adventure game, right? So whereas with The Witcher 3, you can really just explore all you want, do some main quests, do some side quests, and then just explore other places, come back to explore the same places. You can do all that stuff, and that's what makes this game just a superior sequel. I mean, that's pretty obvious, I think. And then at some point I want to like go over some of the story from the books, because even though the books don't deal so much with witchering in general, by witchering I mean you know, doing contracts, killing monsters, a lot of it has to do with politics, and even more of it has to do with Ciri and the search for her, much like how we're searching for her in this game, really. Because you get glimpses here and there about what she's been up to, as well as what Geralt and Yennefer and everyone else has been up to. And there are a lot of points of perspective, you know, like points of view. You get Geralt's points of view, you get the point of view of the Lodge of Sorceresses, the band of people that Ciri was with, and then her journeys alone with all the people that she meets. It's pretty good. It's a great read, although the story doesn't really pick up until maybe I would say around the third book. The third one being oh my god, my memory is failing me. Baptism of Fire. Yeah, that's the third one. And then as it goes on from there, it gets like a whole lot more interesting. Okay. Well, let's talk to Avallac'h. And let's get this going.
Yes, Geralt?
Once we use the Sunstone, what makes you think Eredin won't figure things out? I doubt he'll think the elves of the White Fleet suddenly long to see him.
We can alter the signal emitted by the Sunstone. Unlikely Eredin will recognize its origin. It's not the only artifact to possess this power.
There are others? Great. Now mind telling me why I had to scour Skellige looking for this one?
The Sunstone was the easiest to find, believe me.
Oh yeah, I believe him. Maybe the other ones are hidden in like other dimensions and stuff. Okay, I think it's time we do this.
We found the Sunstone.
Gelban's gift to Dillion of the White Fleet. As legend has it, she never used the stone, and Gelban died of sorrow.
Won't keep Aridin waiting that long.
It seems we've everything. We can go. Keep in mind, once we commit, there'll be no returning.
Oh, is that the truth? Well, I think we are okay with that. We don't obviously have to fight the Wild Hunt in this episode, but we can get it started. But yeah, it's not a point of no return. There are no point of no returns in this game. So yeah, I think everything is ready, and we are ready to go.
I'm ready. High time we set sail. Vigor waits.
In that case, let's go.
Off to Undvik, and we get a shot of the Tower of Swallows over there. That is indeed on Undvik.
You will position yourselves on the cliffs. Here, here, and...
Thank you. I believe we know how to form a circle.
Even those of us who lack eyes for the moment.
I simply wish to avoid... Oh, Geralt. We were waiting for you.
Oh, look at that. The whole gang is here.
That's nice of you. You were about to explain your plan?
It's simple. Which does not mean it will be easy to execute. I shall activate the Sunstone. If Caranthia answers the call, the Nagel Fair should appear in the bay shortly afterwards.
The Lodge must then prevent the ship from returning to the world of the NL, while the Imperial fleet blocks its escape by sea.
The 7th Imlet's infantry regiment under Duke Varatra must then board it. With your help, naturally.
Duke Varatra? Oh. Did he get promoted? He was just an ambassador, right? Ambassador for Novigrad. Yeah, now he's a duke. Alright. Okay, Emperor's not stingy. Yeah, he's willing to offer up some of his army to help us.
Wow. Emir's being generous with his resources.
He's halted his entire Skellige campaign to help us.
Not doing it just to be nice, believe me.
He's doing it for the same reason we all are.
Ladies and gentlemen, less talk, more action, please. Sisters, we must scale the cliffs.
Okay, get your rock climbing gear on. Or, just cast a portal.
Luck.
Plan's missing one important element. What about Ciri?
Cyril will wait, at a safe distance from the Nagel Fair.
Oh, she's not going to be happy about that.
Wild guess. Not what you had in mind.
No, I wanted to go with you. That was my idea.
But I won't allow it. Far too great a risk.
Yeah, he definitely isn't wrong, but I feel like at this point we need to play the cool dad, say she really should be allowed to do what she wants here, especially when she feels so powerfully about it.
Don't have the right to order her around.
Amusing. Cyril said the same thing, only at much higher volume. I do in fact have this right. For only I know how to activate the Sunstone, which I shall do on my terms or not at all.
Ooh.
Cyril recognized the strength of my argument. I have no doubt you'll do the same.
It's not an argument, it's a bluff.
Cyril, do you swear to stay on shore?
Do I have a choice?
Where are you going?
For a walk. Or is that not allowed either? Because I could break my leg.
Oh yes. The elder blood can be fiery.
Okay. Yeah, you can forbid her from doing things, but with her personality, it's probably pointless.
Telling Ciri she can't do something is counterproductive, speaking from experience there. Ultimately, she does what she wants.
Let us hope.
Pardon me?
Never mind. Time is short. If you wish to do something, brew your substances or whatnot, do it now.
You won't get the chance later. I shall await you by the boats, amongst the soldiers.
I'll brew my substances. Okay. Maybe Avalok is playing the reverse psychology thing. Telling Ciri not to go, but secretly hoping that she would anyway. To advance his own agendas.
Yen, why are you here?
To see you.
Something happen?
Not yet, but it might soon. We may not survive this. In fact, our chances are slim.
Yeah, it is our very first time fighting the entire Wild Hunt Brigade. But I think we'll make it.
We've come a long way, and I'll be damned if we've come to fail. It'll be all right.
I admire your optimism. Wish I shared it. Listen to me. Once it's over, if we survive, I wish to leave, go far away, and I'd like you to come with me.
Where?
Wherever. To Povis, beyond the Dragon Mountains, Zeracania even. As far as possible from politics, plots, and so-called high society.
Oh hey, that's exactly what Philippa wanted of her.
You? Dropping plots and politics for good? You're in your element in that world. It's your life.
Time to start anew.
I'll believe it when I see it. Even now you're up to your neck in it.
Yes, but only to set matters straight. To be able to withdraw having retained the upper hand.
What then? A small secluded hut with a flower garden to tend to?
Why not, if that is what you dream of? We shall leave together. Go where we please, do whatever strikes our fancy. So, coming with?
It would be rude to turn her down right now, right? Of course. Of course.
I'd go anywhere with you.
The answer I was hoping for. Go, Geralt. Avalok awaits. And don't get killed, Witcher.
That's nice. Gotta brew our substances first. And then we'll go. Okay, so yeah, we got a quest here on Thin Ice. Also a book about the Wild Hunt. Pretty sure that's like one of the very first books that we read in this series. Is there nothing else, really? Chains? What about the sack here? What? Okay, so that has the chain, the wild... Wait, is that a second copy of the Wild Hunt inside the same tent? Like, seriously? Alright. Okay, so, yeah, we got some time to kill here. I think what I'm gonna do is... I'm gonna go over one of the... Oh my good... Whoa, that is a very long summary for Ciri. Yeah, you know... For the last maybe 20 minutes or so of this episode, I'm going to read this summary for Ciri, and I'm also going to explain a little bit, like I said earlier, I wanted to like go over a bit of the lore in this game. And I'm going to go over a little bit about Ciri's ancestry. We all saw that Avalok kept this like family tree of Ciri inside his hideout because he was kind of studying the... her genes, right, the outer blood, and just tracing it back all the way to Lara Doran, who was apparently the first elf to have inherited this power. Yeah, I'm going to go over that entire family line, because Ciri is, in fact, directly related to Lara Doran, and that's why she has this power. We will go over that, yeah. In a bit. Okay, so we have Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short. That she was born in 1251. That she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek. All true, and that's the Cyrilla I know best. The one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago. The one who seemed thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she in fact is. For Cyrilla, it is also a skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, the last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magic talent, and the lady of time and space. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? I could also tell you she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably entangled fetters. Following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There he and Vesemir taught her in the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered she was a source. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Ciri's biography contained one more great secret. Her natural father was none other than the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Emhyr var Emreis. His words confirmed the fears swirling in Geralt's mind. Ciri had returned and was in mortal danger, for the unrelenting Wild Hunt was on her trail. Yennefer made it clear why the Wild Hunt wanted Ciri. Eredin wanted the power latent in her elder blood. She also let Geralt know that Ciri had been seen in war-ravaged Velen, as well as in Novigrad, the largest city in the world. Reports that... In the world? Seriously, Dandelion? It's the largest city on the continent, please. Reports that Ciri had spent time at Crow's Perch proved true. She was there as the guest of the local warlord, Philip Strenger, also known as the Bloody Baron. Despite his violent moniker, this man treated Ciri with kindness and respect. Yeah, if you remember, the Bloody Baron got his name because he spilled some red paint into the river, and people thought he killed a bunch of people, and that's why they called him the Bloody Baron. It seemed that during Ciri's time in Velen, she got into a quarrel with some sort of witch or witches in the swamps. Geralt learned that the truth of Ciri's time in the swamps from the mouth of the hideous crones themselves. Even Ciri, better able to hold her own than most anyone in existence, was lucky to escape from these powerful beings alive and intact. The visions revealed by the Mask of Ouroboros made it clear beyond all doubt. Ciri had played a role in the magic catastrophe on Ard Skellig. More importantly, they confirmed that she had been in Skellige and then fled in the face of grave danger. Ultimate, tangible proof of the truth that the Emperor had spoken the truth about Ciri's pursuers came in the form of a corpse, one belonging to a warrior of the Wild Hunt. The riders truly were on Ciri's trail. In hindsight, putting Ciri in touch with Whoreson was not one of my brightest ideas. In my defense, I can only say that her situation was so perilous, even the riskiest plan seemed better than inactivity. After many adventures and mishaps, Geralt finally found Ciri on the Isle of Mists. When he crossed the threshold into the room in which she slumbered, the protective spell Avallac'h had cast upon her snapped under the sheer weight of their combined destinies. Geralt was reunited with his adopted daughter after many years of separation and searching. No words can describe the joy she felt in that moment. Avallac'h's prediction that the Wild Hunt would descend on Kaer Morhen as soon as Ciri arrived was proven true. All present spared no effort in defending her. In the end, though, it was she who defended them. Through an outburst of unbridled power, she saw strength of the Elder Blood. She saved the protectors of Kaer Morhen from certain death. Though it was Cyrilla who convinced Geralt to go with her to exact vengeance on Imlerith, it was the Witcher who stood against Vesemir's killer in a final duel. Ciri slayed some evil that day. I think it's slayed. However, killing two of the three monstrous sisters who had usurped for themselves rule over Velen. Ciri had not seen her father since she was a young child. Emhyr was in effect a stranger to her, and one responsible for the death of many people she cherished at that. It was thus no surprise that Ciri did not even want to see him. Confronting the Lodge. Now there is a difficult task, one many a brave soul would move mountains to avoid. Cyrilla, however, decided to stand and face the powerful sorceresses. From the accounts that reached my ears, I can conclude that with a bit of help from Geralt, she let the mistresses of magic know that she had a mind of her own and would not be a servile tool in their hands. A visit to Avallac'h's secret laboratory revealed a fact that shook Ciri to her core. Though she had long known she was the last of Laura Doran's line, the only remaining heir to the so-called Elder Blood, only no now did she realize, another typo, this line had been an object of unbroken interest to elven sages and human mages for 2 centuries. Another blow came from the words of the arrogant she-elf, who rankled in her heart like a thorny bramble. How did Dandelion find out about this, I wonder? Though unleashing anger on inanimate objects might not be considered mature behavior, it definitely helps bring one relief. Ciri is thus reached for the most simple of solutions. Well, there you go. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about her lineage, her ancestry. So Ciri's full name, Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. So in Nilfgaard and in, I guess, also in the Northern Realms, like Sintra, naming convention goes such that you are given a name by your parents. So I'm guessing it's either Pavetta or Amir who came up with the name Cyrilla. I don't know which one. And so they just named it her that. But your surnames, however many you're going to have, are going to be represented by people in your family. So the given names of some other people in your family. So for example, Ciri's mom is called Pavetta, but Pavetta's full name was, I believe, also Pavetta Fiona Ellen Rhiannon, or a combination of those 3 names. Pavetta's mother is called Calanthe, and her name is Calanthe Ellen Rhiannon. You know, like, it's... You have to honor your ancestry. So who are Fiona, Ellen, and Rhiannon? Well, so let's go up the family tree here. Cyrilla's mom was Pavetta. Pavetta's mom is Calanthe. Calanthe's mom was Adalia. Okay, and her father, so Calanthe's dad, is called Daggerad. Now Daggerad's mom is called Ellen. So there it is. That's the second surname of Ciri. So that would be her great grandmother on the great grandmother's father's side. I know that's really confusing, but that's Ellen. Okay, so that's Daggerad's mom. His dad is called Corbett, and the dad's mom is called Fiona, and the dad's dad is called Coram. So now, there you have Fiona. So on the grandmother's father's side, Fiona would then be Ciri's great grandmother. Fiona's mother is called Rhiannon, and there you have it. Once again, on the dad's side, Rhiannon would be Ciri's then 4 times great grandmother. Now here's the interesting thing. Rhiannon is also actually Adalia's great grandmother. Now if you remember, we actually went up Daggerad's path, which is Adalia's husband. What this means is that because Rhiannon is both Daggerad and Adalia's great grandmother, there's a little bit of incest there, right? Because Adalia and Daggerad married to have Calanthe. That incest actually turned out to be quite significant because it is that this meeting of this kind of combination of genes between these 2 different lines that are somewhat closely related. Like they would be, what are they, like second cousins? That actually activated the outer blood gene, but that's a story for another day. And now... so there you go. So Fiona is Ciri's 3 times great grandmother. Ellen is her 2 times, and Rhiannon is her 4 times great grandmother. By the way, Rhiannon's mother is Lara Doran. She was actually born out of a curse, and that's also something we can discover for another day. In fact, this story is actually explained in one of the books that we'll find in Tucson. And Rhiannon's father is Cregennan, which is a human, which makes her a half-elf. And if you were paying attention to the various lines that we just went down, that would actually make Cyrilla 1/64th elf, which is barely anything, but that's the elven gene is still within her. And yeah, there we go. And Lara Doran's father, it's not been conclusively stated, but in the books, King Oberon of the NL actually called Lara Doran his daughter, so we can assume that Oberon is in fact Lara's father, which makes Ciri the 6 times great grandchild of the King of the Elves, which was who was killed by Eridan, as we discovered in this game. So yeah, there you go. That's her line. And those are the names behind Ciri's surnames. To any of you who have bothered to listen to me say that, congratulations, because you'd have to be really interested in the lore of this game to actually really bother. And I was interested, and I went back to the section of the books where that explained this. Actually, it was in Baptism of Fire, I believe. I just went back to that section. It was like 15 pages of Philippa and Francesca Findabair just like explaining this entire line, and it was super interesting to me because it's I find just discovering more about the characters in the story and their past. I just find that absolutely fascinating. In fact, if I can go a little off topic here, as some of you guys may know, I'm a big fan of the Elder Scrolls series, and I spent a lot of time studying the history of the Third Era. So that's the Septim Dynasty in that particular story. And for those of you who are familiar with what that is, you will understand how massive of a dynasty that was and how many people actually became emperors in that line. There were like 17 or 16 people. I basically drew out a family tree for that, and it's quite interesting, but that's like totally off topic. Anyways, let's take a look at what we still need to do here. We're basically going on to the final battle in the next episode. I didn't expect it to come so soon, but I guess we're here before episode 140. I thought we were going to end at like episode 150, but I guess my calculations were a bit off. Alright, so in that case, we still need that 1 point in range combat, so we can't use any of our skill points here. We can use this Igni skill point. Pyromaniac, boom. Look at that damage. And don't think I can use any of those skill points. I don't have another general. Okay, well, I guess that's all I could have done. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. The next time we come back, we're going to fight Eridan and his mighty cohorts. Caranthier, as well as... Oh no, that's all that's left. We already killed Imlerith and whatever the other dude was called in the cave. I can never ever remember his name. But it'll come to me within like 10 seconds, I think. Well, anyways, that will be next time. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.